So, ein wunderschönes Hallo an dieser Stelle. Hier ist der MMOGuy. Heute mal auf der Seite des GamerGuys. Ja, richtig, des GamerGuys. Das ist übrigens mein Bruder. Der hat nämlich jetzt ein schönes Let's Play-Projekt gestartet auf www.gamerguy.de. Und ja, damit sich die Seite mal füllt, habe ich mich mal ein bisschen bereit erklärt dazu, Game of Thrones zu spielen. Ich habe zwar die erste Episode schon mal durch, aber für einen guten Zweck habe ich mir gedacht, spielen wir es doch einfach nochmal. Ganz davon abgesehen, das Spiel einfach storytechnisch sehr begeistert. Es ist nicht sehr forderlich, das Spiel, also es braucht nicht sehr viel Skill, ne? Aber vom Storygehalt her, es wird eine super Geschichte erzählt. So, Game of Thrones, das ist der Startbildschirm. Click to begin. Machen wir auch direkt mal. Sehr stimmungsvoll. Oh, die Musik. Die Zahnräder nicht. So, welcome to the Game of Thrones. Join the community at www.tell. Hier, Game of Thrones, Scheißgedöns. Egal. Ja, wie gesagt, Episode 1 habe ich schon gespielt. Ich habe den Save-File auch schon gelöscht, damit ich bloß nicht in Versuchung komme, da weiterzuspielen. Ja. So, loggen wir uns mal auf Telltale ein. You have successfully signed into your Telltale Game account and it will be automatically logged in whenever you relaunch the game. Your game. Genau. So, perfekt. Übrigens, für alle, die das Englisch nicht mächtig sind, das Spiel ist leider komplett auf Englisch. Ja, sollte also quasi schon englische Grundkenntnisse vorausgesetzt sein, das Spiel zu verstehen. Ja, ansonsten verpasst man einiges. Es ist schade, dass sowas nicht ins Deutsche übersetzt wird, aber es ist ja schon bei The Walking Dead so gewesen oder bei The Wolf Among Us. Gut, stürzen wir uns mal ins Getöse. Beginn Episode 1. Mal schauen, was uns erwartet wird. Die tollen Zahnrädchen schon wieder. Na, jetzt aber. Ja, es ist quasi so eine Art Film, den man spielt. Habt ihr ja gerade gelesen, ne? Es entwickelt sich je nachdem, wie man sich entscheidet. Ne? Die Auswirkungen wird man erst in späteren Episodien sehen. Und das ist ja das, was das Spiel so reizvoll macht. Man fühlt sich wie ein Charakter wirklich in der Game of Thrones Serie und ja, man fühlt sich irgendwie wirklich da reingezogen. For Thousand of Years House Forrester, bla 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 bla. Ja, man spielt auch wirklich hier diesen Haus Forrester und man fängt bei der Bluthochzeit an. Ja, ohne zu spoilern. Wenn ihr Game of Thrones noch nicht gesehen habt, die Bluthochzeit einer der ziemlich krassen Wendepunkte dieser Geschichte. Ich werde euch jetzt nicht sagen, was da passiert ist. Ihr werdet es hier ein bisschen sehen. Ja, für Leute, die sich nicht spoilern lassen wollen, einfach dieses Let's Play nicht angucken.
Set free by the women. You'd think he done it himself the way he tells it.
Ja, miese Peter.
Old Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
So ähnlich wie in Avenger kann man dann hier so Sachen anklicken.
Make sure it's spotless this time. Old Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it. Go on, it's only blood. Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. I
Sagst
see that
du.
as a friend. And if we're being honest, you are just a squire.
I will. You'll see.
Of course, your lordship. After you take your rightful place on the Iron Throne.
Ja, wohl denn sonst?
I had a hand in it, you know. A hand in what? Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next, he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
You think he's lying?
Nor never lets the truth stand in the way of a good story.
You captured the Kingslayer? Aye. Well, I had a hand in it. Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What did I tell you?
Ja, wie wir wissen, ist es ja anders ausgegangen. Ach, da ist er ja.
Before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story, which grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Ja, Flüsterpostverfahren.
Go on. It's your job.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Ja komm, schütten wir ein bisschen was ein.
Norrin's family has
Der
faithfully
Typ mag uns
served
übrigens.
House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field plowed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield. Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate.
Ja, lass uns feiern. Saufen wir einen mit unserem Herrn.
To Robb Stark, the king in the north.
Auf Robb Stark!
Tomorrow we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard.
Ja, wenn das alles mal so gekommen wäre.
Onward to Casterly Rock!
Ach, wie gesagt, ich spoiler gerade.
To the Lannisters! Aye!
Winter is coming!
Ja, Winter's coming.
Bloody war's over.
Got it.
Ja, dann gehen wir mal mit.
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now. Something must be done.
Mit
My
mir?
lord.
You've served House Forrester well for several years now.
Ja, ich hab mir richtig den Arsch aufgerissen, Mann, ja?
How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you?
Let me fight for you.
Lass mich kämpfen.
You've more than proven your ability on the battlefield. No man would question that. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow.
Yes.
Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester.
Perfekt.
It's well deserved, Garrett.
Thank you, my lord. I promise.
Ja, wir
I
lassen
won't
ihn
let
nicht
you
im
down.
Stich.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Ich würde es dem direkt unter die Nase binden, dem einen Idioten.
Roderick, if you can.
I will, my lord.
Ja, dann lass uns den mal suchen. Ihr seht, der Schwierigkeitsgrad besteht meistens da drin, einfach die richtige Antwort schnell genug zu finden. Und wenn ihr einfach schweigt, dann wird das als Schweigen hingenommen und dementsprechend bewertet.
Come on. Can I get up to you?
Yeah.
Na, helf mir mal, wir sind ja nicht solche Arschlöcher, oder?
I've been a squire longer than you.
So?
I outrank you. You should help me.
Na, hast du eine Ahnung?
Fetch more wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots.
Tja, so ist das Leben als
Well, I'll
Squire.
end up with Norrin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, a liar, and an arrogant prick.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norrin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming. But not by much.
Don't get angry with me. We're no different, you and I.
Aye, but I'm not the son of a pig farmer. My father had dignity.
Ach, halt die Fresse, Typ, ey.
All I'm
Direkt aufs Maul hauen.
At this rate, we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life.
Ja, du vielleicht, ich nicht.
Wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste of fucking time.
Komm, halt mir uns unter die Nase, ey.
Tomorrow I ride with Roderick and Lord Forrester.
Sir Garrett the fucking great. Unbelievable.
Ja,
Maybe if my uncle were Castellan, I'd be getting promoted too.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it.
He's got Lord Forrester's ear, doesn't he? I'm sure it didn't hurt.
naja.
How much further?
It's right over there.
So. The Twins, ja, die Zwillinge, da drinnen wird ja geheiratet, The Red Wedding.
Take your time.
Oh, was?
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood. Fucking phrase. Nice night for a wedding.
Tja, warum haben die wohl alle Waffen dabei?
Not often he finds a willing husband for one of his
Oh
daughters.
oh. Die machen sich bereit für irgendetwas, wa?
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What? What's wrong? Just gotten into you. You're acting rather odd.
We need to get back.
Ja, wir sollten jetzt uns mal beeilen.
Make it wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
Then take the fucking flagon already. What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Owen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush. But what about? What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you? What's the rush? Still need a fucking run.
We have to warn the others.
Warn them about what?
There's no time to explain. We need to find Roderick. He's out there by himself.
Tja, dass er froh sein, dass ich ihn gerettet habe. Ich hoffe, das merkt er sich. Ja. Vielleicht wisst ihr jetzt, warum es blutrote Hochzeit heißt, The Red Wedding. Genau deswegen, Wow, es war knapp, Man verliert sich so in die Story, dass man teilweise vergisst, wirklich die Eingaben zu machen. Autsch. Ja, voll aufs Maul gehauen. So soll es sein. Oh, hinter dir. Oh oh. Oh, das war nicht gut. Voll ins Auge. Weil er mal gut ist. Schick. Und wie ihr seht, man kann hier nicht sterben. Es wird quasi der letzte Savepoint geladen und dann geht's wieder los. Na, lass mich das hoffentlich jetzt nicht verkacken. Aber wenn er schon sagt, Ready Boys. Ich hab doch hochgezogen, was soll denn der Scheiß?
2200 DPI.
Erhöhen wir mal die DPI, vielleicht geht's ja dann besser. Auf Neues. Echt schwammige Steuerung oder dann sowas. Egal. Ah, jetzt, ja. Bam. Und weg mit dir. Oh, 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 und safe. Ja, dann nimm doch mal das Kuh, Mann. Das geht doch gar nicht, ey. So ein Witz. Und zack. Und tschüss. Aber das hässliche Vieh auch mal platt gemacht, Der hat's auch verdient. So ein Mist.
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Speak up, Garrett.
I tried to save him, but there was nothing I could do.
War ja auch so. Was hätte ich denn großartig machen sollen?
Find a weapon, quickly!
Nehmen wir das Schwert.
You fucking traitor! Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Tja, der macht's nicht mehr lange.
Seven hells.
You're wounded, my lord.
I've suffered worse.
Oh, das sieht böse aus, wa? Der weiß, was Ambach ist. Der weiß, dass sein letztes Stündchen geschlagen hat.
Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste. I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors. You have to go.
I won't leave you, my lord.
Can, and you will.
My lord,
By the gods, you will obey me. Tell your uncle. Tell him. The North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan. The future of the house may depend on it.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Tja, machen wir's doch mal so.
It's those foresters. Now go. On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters!
Oh.
We love
Ah. Jetzt lauf mal, bevor du der Nächste bist, Aber wie ihr seht, richtig gut inszeniertes Spiel. Es ist einfach mehr so eine Art Adventure, wo du selber drin steckst. Ach, nichts Aufregendes vom Gameplay her, wo du irgendwie großartig jumpen, fighten oder was weiß ich was musst. Es sind einfach simple Klicks, halt dafür erlebst du einfach eine super geniale Story. Die Iron March, ja. Also echt eine nette Idee von Telltale Games, sich da das Haus Forrester rauszusuchen. Iron from Ice. So, sorry, aber ich glaube, ich gehe mal in die Settings rein und mache einfach mal den Sound mal ein bisschen leiser. Ich weiß nicht, ob ihr mich gut hören könnt oder nicht, und da das Ganze eigentlich gerade auch ein Livestream ist und eine Live-Aufnahme, ja, was ich dann zum Let's Play umwandle, sollten wir mal quasi mehr oder weniger hier mal das Mastervergnügen vielleicht doch auf 1 setzen. So. Sollte ja so passen. Ja, Controls lassen wir so. Weil, lass uns mal die Grafik gucken. Ne, da habe ich alles hochgestellt. So. Resume Game. So, unser Hauptprotagonist ist jetzt auf dem Weg nach Hause. Foresterland, The King's Road. Kommt gleich bei sich zu Hause vorbei. Ja, Da würde ich nämlich auch zuerst gehen nach Hause und gucken, ob da alles im Rechten ist. Wie gesagt, Schweinehirte. Jetzt können wir uns mal so ein bisschen bewegen. Passiert nichts, wenn ich das Schwert anklicke. Ist egal. Oh, das Blut. Look at.
Blood. Fresh.
Frisches Blut. Das bedeutet, es gibt Ärger. Ein totes Schwein. Und da brennt was. Oh mein Gott. Was könnte das bloß sein? Ja, beeil dich mal, Mann. Gucken wir uns mal den Wagen an.
That's Father's car.
Bingo. Und Gelächter.
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this.
Victor may be coming, but at least still have his bacon.
Na toll. Was für Arschlöcher, ey.
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the fucking pigs. I recognize you. You're a Forester squire. Former Stark bannermen have no claim on land anymore. Or haven't you heard? The Starks are dead. Where'd you get that sword? Not a chance that sword is his. Must have stolen it. Out here by himself. Probably a deserter.
None of your fucking business.
We're gonna feed you to the fucking pigs.
Der will es echt drauf anlegen.
That sword's too big for you, boy. You can barely pick it up.
Get off my land.
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he'd like a proper lordly sword like that.
Oh. Ich glaube, der Vater ist im Arsch.
I'll have that sword, boy.
Come get it, you bastard.
Ja, genau. Komm und hol's hier. Kleiner Bastard, Autsch. Tja, ich glaube, er hat es.
Finish this fucking pig farmer. Pathetic. You really are a pig.
Autsch. Tja, damit hat er nicht gerechnet. Tja, holen wir uns mal wieder schwer zurück. Autsch. Kleiner Bastard, Oh, das tut bestimmt sau weh,
Mercy, please. I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you. I was only following orders.
Na und? Du hast meinen Vater gekillt, Alter. Meine Schweine auch.
Please. Lord Whitehill will see you hang for this. That much I promise.
So ein Feigling. Am besten hätten wir ihm noch die Axt hinterher geworfen. Ah, ich kann erstaunlich auf einmal gut rennen mit den Beinen.
Garrett, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid.
Oh nein. Und dafür war es auf jeden Fall richtig, den Typen umzumurksen, ja.
I tried to stop them.
Oh Mann. Na gut. Vater tot, Schwester tot, Mutter wahrscheinlich sowieso.
I'll kill the men who did this.
Zwei hast du ja schon. Ein wird noch folgen, wa? So. Iron Rust, Stronghold of the House Forester. Das ist quasi unsere Burg. Die Burg, wo wir hin sollten. Ja, die Lord Forester gehört oder seine Familie. Jetzt bringen wir erstmal schlechte Neuigkeiten über.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the Maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers? And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
Oh, 8 Jahre. Oh Gottes Willen.
Happen with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable, unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg.
Ist ja nett.
Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you. But the Whitehills won't see it that way.
I'd do it again if I had the chance.
Tja, ich würde es
We don't
ausmachen.
respond with strength. They won't stop until they have everything. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
So, jetzt müssen wir es auseinanderdrücken. Ekelhaft. Ah. Lecker Maden.
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Our house will never fall.
By the gods, let's hope you're right. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you?
Da will ich nicht mit ihm tauschen wollen.
I understand from your uncle that Lord Forester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
Roderick had already fallen. There was nothing we could do.
Although I'd imagine Lord Forester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg. Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
The Ironwood Grove.
Ja, läuft doch, wa? Ah, gucken wir uns noch das Bild an.
Mirror. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home. Ryan. Never easy being the fourth-born son.
Nee, bestimmt nicht, ey.
Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now. Lord Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good. Roderick. He was our best warrior by far. Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately. Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself.
You seem to be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maestro Tengrin. Look.
Ja, ich kann laufen. Nimmt mir nicht das Bein ab. Da packen wir einfach mal ein, wa? Healing Herbs.
This might help.
Naja, packen wir auch ein. Hat er ja wohl nichts gegen. Unser Medizinmann, wa?
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
I guess.
So, texten wir ihn mal einfach zu. Talk to.
Does your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you. Why do the Whitehills hate the Forresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
Tja, einer killt den anderen. Und jeder ist schuld. Who is the new Lord? Wer ist der neue Lord? Das ist ja der Knabe, haben sie ja eben gesagt.
Why, Ethan, of course. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forrester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands.
Oh, das ist schwer.
It is rather frightening when you think about it.
What will happen to me now?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although, given the circumstances of your circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forrester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Can I see Ethan? Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing his lute.
The Whitehills want Forrester Ironwood.
They'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left, just as they've done before.
Can I go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but...
Ja, da kommt's her.
Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family...
Na?
Sorry.
Ei, 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 was sehe ich da?
Off to bed now. Hurry on.
Wenn sich da nicht mal eine Romanze anwandelt.
Telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know. Whatever you can recall.
He was a hero, my lady. The bravest man on the battlefield by far.
Yet he was unable to save his own son.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion. But if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
I'm sorry, my lady. Nothing could be done to save him.
He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember. It would mean so much to the family.
He said he loved you.
That's very kind of you to say. You have the Forrester's sword.
Ethan should have it, now that he is Lord.
Lord Forrester asked me to return it to the house. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
Oh,
It's too dangerous.
da kommen die zwei.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Against aggression. Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land.
They killed my family.
And they'll pay for what they've done. That much I promise. But now is not the time for vengeance.
If not now, when?
We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard. It was his family they killed.
We should demand justice.
Aye. Justice on their terms. Which means they'll have your head.
Justice is taken, not demanded. Then what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us
Tja,
bend the knee.
kaum ist der Herrscher tot, streiten sich natürlich die Untergebenen, was richtig und was falsch ist. Ist überall so.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the same, as any man would.
I've done nothing wrong.
Not in their eyes. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see that.
Hat er wohl recht.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Oh, schmeiß mich raus, kein Problem.
Duncan, the boy has suffered enough.
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall.
Ja, auf die Mauer.
Nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so vulnerable.
Er hat recht. Ich sollte gehen.
Best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
That settles it then.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The Whitehills will come looking for you.
Ja, dann sollte ich mich schleunigst auf den Weg machen. Aber nett, Kollege, dass du mir dein Pferd gibst. Echt, bist ein super Onkel. Ja, Humpel die
Were it up to
Dumpel.
me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given a chance. I would, and God's willing someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
He promoted me. At the Twins. We were to ride in the van to Casterly Rock and I at Roderick's side, but...
Ja, alles wurde dann doch
Well
anders.
deserved, Garrett. You worked hard and served your lord with honor.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What? What is it?
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry, you caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way.
Oh.
I assume you kept your word.
Spooky,
You
spooky.
haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett. I need to know the truth.
Of course not. I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you. From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house.
Oh.
But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at all.
Schaut nach einer Trumpfkarte
Become a
aus.
ranger if you can. It will help. Iron from ice.
Iron from ice.
Iron from Ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the war will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll be strong.
I know you will.
Oh, guck mal, wer da kommt.
Be safe.
Tja, so ist das. Na, sind wir mal gespannt. Der haut jetzt ab zur Mauer. Und tada! Szenenwechsel, Kinder.
Ethan? Ethan!
Ethan Forrester, Lord of the House Forrester. Tja, das ist der Nachfolger vom alten Sack, sein drittgeborener Sohn.
I couldn't find
Und
him.
seine beiden Geschwister. Seine Zwillingsschwester und sein kleiner Bruder.
He hides too well, and if he was smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
You found me! Well done, Ryan. Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
I don't know what he did to get sent away like that.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
Tja, er ist ja noch ein Kind. Was für ein Wunder.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
He doesn't know me or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword, like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
So much fun. Then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything.
Tja, Krieg verändert alles.
Like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are.
Krieg ist hässlich. Hoffen wir, dass wir nicht sowas abbekommen. Gut. May have to change.
I may have to change.
I'd rather have my brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
As many as you'd like, yes.
Really?
Of course. Why not?
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Der Herr ruft mich ruhig herbei. Ich bin zwar der neue Lord, aber ihr dürft mich rumkommandieren. Kein Problem.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Oh, oh.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were Lord, I would command Ethan to stay, with his family.
I might remind you, Sir Royland, I'm the new Lord of House Forrester, not you.
Of course, my lord.
It's okay. You should go. It's what must be done.
Fine. Let's be done with it.
Sehr viel, ja, Text, der hier gerade durchgesammelt wurde. Jetzt ist Lord Whitehill da, hat seine Speicheldecke mitgebracht.
Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there you said you were the Lord. Now prove it.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle.
Ich schaff das schon.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Da ist aber jemand echt ziemlich scharf auf den Fight, dieser Sir Roland. Na, Pummelchen ist auch da. Das ist Lord Whitehill. Perfekt.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house. but to his family it's still a loss. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Was für ein Penner.
I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Foresters finally get their due.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head.
Am besten direkt umnieten, ey.
No bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Calm yourself, old man.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You Foresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the iron.
Mist, da ich jetzt lang gebraucht.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Na, guck mal, die Kröte.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
That's not how it happened.
And you admit it was your man who killed my men? And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
He was defending his family as any man would. But your men murdered them all.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
He was sent to the wall.
Who the fuck sent him to the wall? Answer me! Who's the one who did it?
I did.
What? That was my justice to deliver, boy. And you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Ah, da schaltet sich Mutti ein.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady. Considering your...
Als ob der jemals Manieren gehabt hätte, ey.
This is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Do as you like, Lord Whitehill.
Was sich Lord Whitehill alles eingeprägt hat, was ich ihm gesagt habe, jetzt mal ganz ehrlich. Was für ein Spasti.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Dum, 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 dum. Ein Ladebildschirm. Gibt's jetzt wieder einen Wechsel? Scheint so. Ah, King's Landing.
My sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Wo sind wir denn hier? Iron Wood Box. Oh, scheint wohl das eigene gemacht zu sein, wenn es eine Iron Wood Box ist. Was haben wir denn da?
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me.
Voll kind. Brief. Lesen wir ihn doch.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Tja, den wird sie wohl nicht abgeschickt haben, weil sie gewusst hat, dass ihr Vater gestorben ist. Right-click to back out. So. Was waren das für Glitches im Hintergrund? Sehr nice, okay. Look at dusty old tome.
Wonders made by man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
Der auch nicht mehr ist. Ja, ja.
I hope to see them all someday.
Stimmt nicht mehr? Also ich weiß es noch nicht, ja?
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Ich führt aber sehr viele Selbstgespräche wahr.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Na, wer klopft denn da? Klopfe, klopf.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends.
Der stellt aber viele Fragen.
I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
Why are you telling me this?
I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about.
Da hat er recht. Der ist viel zu unwichtig, um zu registrieren.
Good night, milady.
Mhm. Ein Verbündeter. So, so. Der ist bestimmt einfach nur die Alte verschossen. Oh, guck mal, wen haben wir da?
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, There's something we must discuss.
Da können wir mal hinterher. Wie ihr seht, es ist wirklich wie eine Folge aufgebaut.
A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own.
Ach, die labert doch nur.
What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
My family wrote me, my lady.
I don't doubt they must be overcome with grief. But you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen.
Schon klar.
To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
Super toll.
She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me.
Ist klar.
She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her.
Ja, super toll.
I would ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear. See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us. You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Also schön drumrum lügen. In die Fresse grinsen und lieb sein und sich denken, fick dich. Good luck. Na, gucken wir mal, was wir da reißen können. Ist ja schon fast wie bei der Abi-Prüfung hier. Mathe-Leistungskurs und so, ne? Mal rein da. Du schaffst das. Und guck mal, wer da hinten noch steht. Dann laufen wir mal. So viele Zuschauer hier. Alle sensationsgeil hier. Hey, was guckst du? Hä? Was guckst du?
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Schleimer.
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl.
Ja, schon klar.
Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Was eine Schlampe.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good.
Och, schon klar.
Say the loyalty was unwavering.
She has a talent for equivocation, yet I question what she really thinks. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey. If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks.
Genauso gut wie in der Serie.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
She was just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
Das ist aber eine gemeine Frage.
The girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Na, habe ich jetzt den Test bestanden oder nicht? Oh. Da hat jemand Mitleid mit mir. Perfekt.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
These are trying times, my lord. My family fears what might happen now that the Boltons rule the north.
They must still answer to the crown. You shouldn't forget that, nor should they. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining. No doubt Lady Marjorie will forgive you. Eventually. My sister and I have our differences.
Okay.
She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can.
Schon klar.
She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard. Not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Da hat er wohl recht. So, nachdem wir den tollen Test bestanden haben und in Tyrion wohl vielleicht einen Verbündeten gefunden haben,
Mira, I was worried.
ja, dann haben wir die nächste, die schreiben kommt.
Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons.
Na, sehr toll.
Sir Jamie, I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah?
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
He is quite handsome.
And quite passionate, from what I've heard. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows, we might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I don't want to be queen, no matter who I'd have to marry.
Don't want to be queen? You Northerners. You'd make a perfect scepter. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
Macht geile Schlampe, ohne Scheiß jetzt.
Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match!
Die ist ja echt gemein, ey.
Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Oh, da ist ja jemand sauer.
Well? Sarah?
It wasn't me, my lady.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Schleim, Schleim.
Do you agree?
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly. You were brave agreeing to obey the Boltons. That cannot have been easy. I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family.
Ja, das tun wir.
I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Oh, jetzt will sie damit rausrücken. Nee, wir fallen später.
Ask a favor of you, for my family. But as you said, you're in a delicate position now with the wedding so near. And I would never want to jeopardize that.
Soon I will be queen. And maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, Now we must both be cautious.
Das sehe ich aber ähnlich.
Of course, my lady. You're right. Better to wait.
Ah, Kings Road, Wolfswood. Wen haben wir denn da? Au, oh, oh. Das Pferd geht mit ihm durch. Bei den 7 Höllen, ja. Gucken wir mal, was abgeht. Was stammelt der da? Ist loyal zu den Boltons? Oh. Oh, ich weiß, was da abgeht.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
Ja, gucken wir.
Not my best work, unfortunately.
Der häutet den, glaube ich, gerade, ne?
Fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
Oh, jetzt haben wir was. Oh oh, wir haben es verraten.
My lord?
Listen.
Der Typ ist so psycho, ey.
There. Hear that? I know I heard something.
Stay still.
Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Ah, puh. Ja, aber klar. Spannung. Was so passiert wäre, wenn wir losgerannt wären. Tja, ich glaube, jetzt können wir, glaube ich, runtergehen. Ja. Zu dem armen Kerl, der wahrscheinlich schon tot ist. Das Feuer einfach brennen lassen. Haben die noch nicht zum Waldbrennen gehört? Guckt euch mal das Banner an. Ja, hier auf der rechten. Da ist ein nackter Mann umgekehrt. Wird schon so einen Grund haben. Oh ja, er hat ihn gehäutet. Ich sag ja, so Psycho der Typ, ey. Ah, Haus Forrester. Bereiten uns wahrscheinlich auf die Ankunft des Psychos langsam vor.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you.
Ja, super toll. Die sind aber alle tot.
Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good.
Und ich nehme The Young wahrscheinlich, wa?
He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
Why are you telling me this?
To help you rule, Lord Ethan. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel.
The Lord Sentinel.
Traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Jetzt muss ich mich wahrscheinlich zwischen dem Kriegstreiber und dem Weichei entscheiden, ja?
Summon the Lord.
nothing wrong. I was only trying to survive.
Lord Ethan. Missed.
You spoke of judgment, Sir Royland. What judgment is that?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
Oh. Der macht Panik. Der Deserteur ist sowieso generell zum Tode verurteilt. Und ein Dieb kriegt normalerweise die Hand abgeschlagen.
But instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
You stole from us.
I feared for my life. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks true. Right.
I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Ja, zack.
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter. Most of us won't even live to see it.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
Men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
You can send him to the wall.
Tja, die Menge ist aufgewühlt und geteilt. Jetzt muss ich eine Entscheidung treffen. Super.
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord. Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
I sentence you to the wall, where you will join the Night's Watch.
No! Please, my lord! My family, without me, they'll die!
Tja, ab zur Wahl. Zur Wall hier, zur Wand. Zur Mauer. Zur Mauer, wie lange ich jetzt für das Wort Mauer gebraucht habe. Unglaublich.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due. Not just yourself, of course. You can weigh on any lord.
Maester, what do you think?
Me?
Yes. Did I do what's right?
The wall seems like a fitting place for a thief. I only hope he doesn't find Garrett there and take his anger out on the poor squire. You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side.
Aha.
Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom and experience.
And I'm sure you think you'd be the perfect choice.
Me? Oh, gods no. I can't get involved. I am a maester. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve as such.
Ah.
There are 2 capable men for the role.
War ja klar. Der Hitzkopf und das Weichei.
But neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here. The bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house.
Na dann.
Your sentinel will wear this for all to see.
Thank you for your counsel, Maester.
It is my duty. Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Hübsches Ding. Na, was denkst du? Was denkst du? Weißt du, was das Beste wäre? Wir lassen die einfach gegeneinander kämpfen. Der jetzt steht, der kriegt das Ding. Ah, so wird es wahrscheinlich nicht laufen, oder? Hey, zum Tower will ich auch nicht gehen.
provisions are rather low, my lord.
Ja, super.
I made the count again, just to be sure. But it doesn't look good.
How bad is it? How long could we hold the house?
We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
If that's what's necessary to keep the house safe, then we must.
Aye, a hard choice, but it's what has to be done. I'll see to the arrangements, my lord.
Guter Tipp. Labern wir noch mal ein bisschen zu ihm.
Duncan.
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Actually, I wanted to ask, why did you send Garrett away?
I did it for your own protection, my lord. Garrett had to go. By sending him away myself, I thought it would keep you blameless in the eyes of the White Hills. I only hope to give you an advantage, and I regret any action you disapprove of.
That's a clever strategy.
I do hope that's a good thing, my lord.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
Die Sache ist die, ich glaube einfach nicht, dass dieser Kampf nur mit List, wie er sie anwendet, gewonnen werden kann, alleine. Genauso wie nur mit Stärke alleine. Normalerweise müssten sie beide wirklich richtig zusammenarbeiten und Plan ausarbeiten. Dann wird es vielleicht funktionieren, aber naja. Hören wir uns mal an, was schwächt sich hier? Oh. Wer ist denn das? Malcolm. Talk to Malcolm.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
Ah, it's an uncle.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow. At first light.
Uncle, why are you packing? You're not going somewhere, are you?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. Of course I'll be gentle.
I know you will. You're good-hearted, my lord. That is your true strength.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice. And I'd trust him. Aye, Sir Royland is the man you want.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Ich sage ja, er hat ja recht, aber ich glaube nicht einfach, dass das mit Stärke da allein schon was gewonnen ist, weil der Krieg ist verloren. Was wollen sie denn machen? Gegen eine Überzahl kämpfen und sterben?
I suppose I hadn't believed you would.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
But I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please. Tell me.
What do you suggest I do?
You must be strong, decisive. You are the lord of this house. Remember, you're just as capable as Asher or Roderick ever were. I know it. I only wish you did too.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
Sag ja, storytechnisch ist es super geil gemacht. Also wer wirklich Wert auf gehaltvolle Geschichten storytechnisch steht, der ist mit dem Spiel richtig gut beraten. Bin mal gespannt, was die anderen Episoden bringen oder wie das hier weitergeht. So, jetzt suchen wir mal. Hey, kleiner Bruder. Talk to.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength.
Ach,
And
süß.
this, so I remember. I mean, I could never forget. But, oh, you know, don't you?
And what of your brother Asher? Where's his name?
There's only two sides to the blade. Besides, he left, so... Yeah. Someday, I'll have a real one. But not like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword. I'm sure of it.
I watched you today. I saw what you did to that man. Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them. Enemies.
Rules mean nothing if we don't enforce them. It doesn't matter if he's good or bad. You can't steal. That's a rule.
Well, I say he was bad. Bad men killed Father and Roderick. They need someone to hurt them back. Even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword.
Kindliche Naivität, wa?
Now, when I say parry, get that sword out.
Na, dann laufen wir mal rüber. Sir Roland.
Sword up.
Royland. Sorry, nicht Roland, sondern Royland.
Wrong! I didn't know dogs could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. What's the state of our defences? Are these men ready for what's coming?
This lot, ready? No, but they will be. We post anyone who can hold a spear along the parapet, up where they won't get much scrutiny, and put our meanest, nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our own right. You've got to project power, especially when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training these men.
Thank you, my lord. And I'll be sure to watch out for more deserters. After today, I suspect there'll be more to come.
Ah Mann, das geht mir jetzt auf den Keks. Wie nehme ich denn? Auf der einen Seite bin ich natürlich schon dafür, dass wir militärisch stark auftreten. Auf der anderen Seite bin ich schon dafür, es clever angehen zu lassen. Vor allem, weil wir das Wissen haben, dass Monsieur hier, also Duncan, quasi von Lord Forrester persönlich mit einem Auftrag betreut worden ist, hier mit diesem tollen Baum. Ja? Dass der Baum nicht fallen darf oder so ein Gedöns. Ja? Und ich denke, wenn er quasi der Falsche wäre, ja, also der Duncan, dann hätte Lord Forrester ihm nicht vertraut. Wisst ihr, was ich meine, ja? Dann hätte er quasi auch den Militärheini an die Macht geschickt. Auf der anderen Seite, wenn der Militärheini in der Macht ist und sich um alles kümmern kann, hätte vielleicht Duncan mehr Zeit, sich um die Geheimdinger zu kümmern. Tja, Fragen über Fragen, was machen wir jetzt? Ene Mene Mist, das rappelt in der Kiste oder was? Nee. Ich denke, wir gehen zu Duncan, weil Lord Forrester ihm auch dieses Passwort gesagt hatte, diese Vers, diesen Refrain, den auf dieses Mysterium mit dem Baum angesetzt hat, und hoffen, dass alles gut wird.
Duncan, I've decided to name you as my sentinel. Congratulations.
Why, thank you, my lord. I'm honored. But are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Of course. I'm convinced you're the man for the job.
Then I accept. But first, you must summon the small council, my lord, to make it official.
Right. I'll tell Maester Ortengrin to do it at once.
Jo, so, dann haben wir unsere Entscheidung getroffen. Da gucken, wie sich das alles auswirkt. Ob der Typ mir damit auf den Sack geht, dass er jetzt das Sagen hat oder nicht. Ich glaube, der andere wird es auf jeden Fall machen. Der ist ja so bestimmt. Ich glaube nicht, dass er ein schlechter Kerl ist, einfach rau. Ja, und ich glaube, der hat auch echt Peil vom Militär, aber. Naja.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. I see you've spoken to a number of people. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Ja, klar.
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Ach, habe ich die Entscheidung noch nicht offiziell? Das heißt, erst wenn der Schmalrat einberufen worden ist, muss ich einen von den beiden das Ding zuschicken. Wie gesagt, ich habe es zwar schon mal durchgespielt, aber ist schon ein bisschen was her, als es quasi noch rausgekommen ist. Die erste Episode, und seitdem habe ich das Spiel nicht mehr angerührt. So viel WoW, Final Fantasy, Star Wars Gedöns, ne? So viele Online-Spiele. Es macht mich schon ganz kirre, so lange überhaupt einen Singleplayer zu spielen. Ich bin schon auf Entzug.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Ja,
Before
die haben wir
I name
getroffen.
my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Das
Let
ist
him
schon
be
klar.
on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
Das ist klar. Ja, das ist schon ziemlich assig, wa? Sehr gut, ey. Beide gucken. Beide sind voll gespannt. Ey, Mom, was denkst du denn? Kann ich mit dir nochmal sprechen? Nee. Sir Royland? Ja, komm. Der ist schon so machtgierig. Gucken die an. Der ist auch so total nervös. So, komm, kripp rüber, gib mir das Ding. Soll ich jetzt doch lieber Sir Royland geben? Ich glaube, beim letzten Mal habe ich mich für Sir Royland entschieden, wenn ich mich nicht irre. Aber ich glaube, Duncan ist echt die bessere Wahl. Der ist clever, der Junge, der kann einiges rausziehen. Egal, gebe ihm das. Ich habe mich ja eben so entschieden. Ziehen wir es durch.
Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Ja, guck mal, er grinst.
This is reckless.
Halt die Fresse.
Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not disappoint you, my lord.
Now, Sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scouts say he's only a day's ride from here, with no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
There's no need to panic. We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council.
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please.
There must be other options.
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough! My new sentinel favors a certain approach, and I agree. I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance, and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall, and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
A wise move, my lord.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
That's enough, Royland. Lord Ethan has given his command.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall, and we will not offer our ironwood.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
Tja, die Entscheidung ist getroffen. Wir treffen ihn in der großen Halle, gehen diplomatisch vor und nein, wir bieten ihm nicht unser Holz an. Das ist ja quasi das einzige Druckmittel, was wir haben.
I have fought for this family for many years. Do not forget that.
Was soll denn das jetzt?
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. What about your brother, Asher?
Ach, war klar, dass ich es jetzt anspreche.
Told me. You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth.
Ja, so wie es großer Bruder tut.
Furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you.
I'm not like that, but I don't need to be, do I?
No, but you need someone who is standing beside you.
Ja, holen wir ihn zurück, wa? Er ist dein Bruder, Mann.
I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs.
Außerdem kannst du es deiner Mutter nicht antun, noch ein Kind wegzuhaben.
Let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Ja, komm, lass ihn holen.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Tja, wohl nicht, weil Mira, der blöden Königshure, sorry, dass ich das so sage, einfach gesagt hat, nee, wir brauchen Hilfe erst später. Ja, weil es glaube ich nicht so gut, gerade da ein bisschen rumzupochen.
Milady.
Ah, guck mal, unser Helferlein ist da.
You.
Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you, milady. I hope you saw. I was right before, about Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like, and your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies.
Hat ja recht.
Hopefully I've proven I could be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Diese Ritter sind schlimmer als die Sturmtruppe bei Star Wars, wa? Glotz nicht so, Mann. Na, was haben wir denn jetzt? Oh.
Where's Sir Royland? He should be here. The man values pride more than honor. We'll do without him. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
Our plan is a good one. It will work so long as everyone does their part.
Ja, hoffen wir, dass es gut geht. Ah, Fettsack und Psycho. Das perfekte Dumm-Geschoss.
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber? Not the place I'd want to be if there was a fire.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Is it?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton. Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of
Thank
the
you,
Warden
Lord.
of
That's enough.
Er sieht ja auch aus wie so ein kleiner Hund, wa?
Boy. Is he lost?
Lord Ramsay, welcome to Ironrath.
Aren't you the little lord? Lord Whitehall told me you were young, but this... Look at you.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Ironwood.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
What do you think?
Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn.
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. Look at that. More foresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
What is it you want, Lord Ramsay?
What do I want? Everything. Nothing. We'll see.
Sieht echt voll Psycho aus, oder?
Let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
Schleimen wir einfach mal ein bisschen.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it? Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty.
Uh-huh.
The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
We will double our efforts for your father, my lord.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust a Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived.
He was within his right. They killed his family.
His right? He killed a loyal soldier in my father's army. Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your Ironwood from this day forward.
What? What? The Ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
The Whitehills had Ironwood, once, but now those hills are bare.
Hence the name, of course.
They know nothing of how to cultivate the forest.
Look at their sigil, my lord. A barren hill.
Do you want Ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your Ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath, that we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Not for me.
Sehr gut.
You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
Lass mich raten.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Ah, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well. I suppose you can stay.
Oh, ich hab sie gerettet.
Aren't you the bold lord?
Oha.
What have you done?
But I don't want a bold lord. Far too much trouble.
Oh no.
Even though you did bend the knee. I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy in your ward.
No!
Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Brian.
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help.
Was für ein Arsch. Ich sag, das ist voll der Psycho, ey.
Stop!
Don't let them take me!
Let it go!
Stop them! Don't bring Ryan, please! Let me go! Ryan! Do something!
Ethan. My son.
Na toll. Tja. Ich glaube, das war's. Your story has begun. Next time on Game of Thrones. Krasses Ende. Ja. Vor allem so ein junger Kerl.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader. Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us.
Hoffen wir, macht die mal was.
Forrester above all other loyalties.
Ah, guck mal, wie wir da haben.
Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again.
Asche.
Our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Spannung. So, wie es eben üblich ist, wird dann gezeigt, wie ihr euch entschieden habt, beziehungsweise ich mich entschieden habe und wird eben halt mit dem Rest verglichen. 56% haben hier Bowden gesaved. You und ich und 68,3% swore Loyalty to the King, ja, weil wir einfach versuchen, da rumzuschleimen. Ja, die anderen haben sich dagegen entschieden. 37% haben Erik zur Mauer geschickt. Ich denke mal, die anderen haben entweder die Finger abgekattet oder ihn begnadigt. Ne? 64%, also quasi die meisten, haben Duncan als Sentinel gewählt. Und 58, auch über die Hälfte, haben Ramsay in die große Halle gebeten, weil sie natürlich, ne, wenn sie Duncan als Sentinel hatten, der hat natürlich den Tipp gegeben. Ja, ein paar haben sich dann von bequeren lassen, wahrscheinlich 6%, dass sie doch lieber an Gate treffen und Stärke zeigen. Aber naja, ne, schwimmen wir eben halt mit dem Strom. Hätte ich das gewusst, hätte ich mich komplett anders entschieden. Und dann mal die Ergebnisse zugesehen, aber so habe ich mich jetzt entschieden, so ist das nun mal so. Ja, und damit ist auch die erste Episode von Game of Thrones beendet. Iron from Ice. Ja, wie ich euch schon gesagt habe, ist es kein Spiel, bei dem ihr groß spielerisches Können beweisen müsst. Das ist wirklich mehr Story bedenkt. Ja, ihr spielt quasi so eine Art Folge von der TV-Serie nach, oder wie sie davor hätte sein können. Dazu hat Telltale Games auch, glaube ich, Writer von der Serie eingestellt, die eben halt dafür das Storyboard und das Skript geschrieben haben. Das haben sie auch sehr gut gemacht. Der Grafikstil ist auch einfach nur der Hammer. Ja, man wird wirklich in diese Geschichte total reingezogen und man vergisst alles quasi so um sich herum. Wie gesagt, ich habe selbst teilweise vergessen, mich zu bewegen, weil ich einfach so gefesselt war. Ja. Und auch das Ende war von Episode 1 einfach der Überhammer. Ja, ähnlich wie bei der roten Hochzeit, bei The Red Wedding, wo das Ganze angefangen hatte. Ja, ich freue mich schon auf die zweite Episode, die dann morgen oder übermorgen kommt, je nachdem wie ich Zeit dazu habe. Aber sie wird kommen. Und ich hoffe, ihr seid dann wieder mit dabei, mit an Bord und guckt, wie das Ganze weitergeht. Ich bedanke mich für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünsche euch an der Stelle einen schönen guten Abend oder einen guten Tag, je nachdem, wann ihr die Folge guckt. Meine Live-Zuschauer werden jetzt wahrscheinlich irgendwas anderes zocken, was anderes machen. Ja? Aber ich wünsche euch definitiv alles Gute und freue mich auf die nächste Folge.